This is Columbus Concerns, a public affairs presentation of North American Broadcasting. Here's your host, Mark Nuce.
Good morning, and welcome to the program. Mark Nuce here, and we're so glad that you joined us this morning on Columbus Concerns. We're going to talk with a couple of friends of ours who have been on the program before. From the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, we have Jennifer Hughes, the Development Manager, and Amy DeAngelo, the Development Director. And thanks for coming by today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Now, I understand that you have a lot of events coming up in the spring, a lot of fundraising events, a lot of fun things that you guys do. Why don't you start off telling me about the first one coming up here in February soon?
Yeah, absolutely. It's our NOSH Gala event, and this is coming up on February 22nd. It'll be at 5:30 p.m. at the Ivory Room down in Miranova. Very nice place down there. This is kind of a black tie affair. It is put on by the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation in support of our patients. What makes NOSH really special is we have something we work with Cameron Mitchell on, where we get 6 of Cameron Mitchell's top chefs to make an appetizer that would be beneficial for a CF patient. So we use ingredients that would be beneficial for them. As our guests come in, they try all of the appetizers and vote on their favorite one. So that kind of kicks off the night with our little chef's tasting. Outside of that, we have a full dinner, a wonderful presentation, and then, of course, the band kicks in. There's lots of dancing and music, and this year we're even going to have a popcorn bar. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and all in the benefit for cystic fibrosis.
It does sound like a lot of fun, and how do people get more information about it?
Absolutely. You can go online at events.cff.org/NOSH, which is NOSH, and you can get tickets online right there.
And is there a deadline for registration?
We need to have everyone's registrations in by next Thursday. So if you want to come to the event, make sure you get online right away. Or you can also call the office at 614-890-6565. Ask for me, Amy, and I'd be glad to help you out.
Now, I hope everybody brings their phone or their camera, because that is one of the best places in Columbus to see a skyline view and to get great pictures.
Absolutely. The Ivory Room is absolutely stunning. The view is amazing, especially as the sun goes down at night and our cocktail hour is going on. It's really quite stunning. It's a beautiful place to be. It'll be a wonderful night.
Jennifer, tell me about the event coming up in March.
So the event coming up in March is called the Columbus Brewers Ball, and it is a celebration of our Finest campaign. And what the Finest campaign is a 16-week fundraising campaign to nominate one of Columbus's finest young professionals. And these honorees are nominated typically in October, and then we have a selection and a announcement in November, and then they spend the next 16 weeks fundraising for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Essentially, dollars equal votes. So when we celebrate at the Brewers Ball this year, that is when we will be recognizing our honorees and announcing the winner, who will receive a great prize as well as their headshot on a billboard down in Grandview for a month and some other things as well. The Brewers Ball itself is going to be at View Columbus downtown on March 5th at 6:30 p.m. And this event is a tasting and by the bite type thing with a lot of our local breweries and local restaurants, as well as a live band and a DJ and photo booth and silent auction and so much more. It's going to be a really fun, high energy event, and it is something that we're kind of expanding and turning into more of a community event wrapped around a really great cause.
Another great venue downtown where people can come out. Tell me a little bit about the tickets for that. How do people get involved?
So to get tickets for the Brewers Ball, you can visit the website at www.finest.cff.org/Columbus Brewers Ball. And there will also be tickets available at the door for this event. So take a peek at the website, see who all of our brews and food spirit vendors are going to be joining us this year, and I think everybody will be pleasantly surprised.
On the program today, Jennifer Hughes and Amy DeAngelo from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, the Central Ohio chapter, and filling us in on some of the fun events that they have coming up this spring. And they've talked about one in February, which you need to get on right away, and another one in March. And, of course, your spring culminates in May with the Great Strides Walk. Amy, tell me a little bit about the walk and how people get involved in that.
Absolutely. Great Strides is our biggest fundraiser, and it's something that's actually done all across the country in May in support of cystic fibrosis. Our walk, the main walk, will be in Columbus on May 3rd down at McPherson Commons Park. The walk itself will begin around noon, but you want to come down for that. You can get registered online, cff.org/Great Strides. You can just sign up your team, or you can come just as an individual walker. Or if you can't make it down there for that day, you can actually just be a virtual walker and just support the cause on that day as well. Great Strides is a lot of fun for our families. It's really important to them. They oftentimes, CF is a disease where one person with CF can't be near another person with CF. But at Great Strides, it gives them the opportunity to be together because they're outside. Mm-hmm. So it's a pretty important and very special day for our families. Lots to do out there. We've got stilt walkers and princesses walking around and lots of food, and it's just a wonderful day for everyone.
And Jennifer, these types of events are always great, not only, as she mentioned, for individuals or maybe a family group, but for corporate groups, it's great. It's like a team-building effort.
It's absolutely an opportunity for team building, and we do have many corporate teams that join us for Great Strides, and they may have somebody who is personally connected to the organization, or they might not. They just might find it to be a wonderful organization to raise awareness for and to support research for our patients. So they'll fundraise and come out with a large group, walk, and enjoy all the festivities, and it's quite impressive.
Amy, do you have a website for the Great Strides Walk?
Absolutely. www.cff.org/Great Strides.
That one's easy to remember.
That one's an easy one.
Absolutely. And do you have a phone number, too, for the organization if somebody wants to call and have a question, or maybe they're not as good with the computer as some people?
Yeah, if anybody has any questions about any of our events at the chapter, you can always reach out to our office at 614-890-6565.
And we'll give the website addresses and the phone number again before the program's over if you want to grab a pen and get this information down. Of course, you can always just Google it as well at any time. Jennifer Hughes and Amy DeAngelo are here from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And Amy, I know that your foundation is very active. You do a lot of the fundraising and stuff. Tell people where the money goes from these fundraisers.
All of the money that we raise goes directly into research for CF. I'm sure, I don't know if your population has heard, but we just recently released a drug called Trikafta that is helping close to 90% of our patient population. Wow. So what's interesting about that and what's wonderful to see is all of these fundraising efforts that we've done, all of the events that Jen and I put on, and all the ones that are across the country, all filter into making things like that drug happen. And that's really very special. It's very special to our patients. But the piece of that is Trikafta only affects about 90%. There's still 10% of our population that don't have anything that can help them. And that's where we are still pushing and still fighting and still fundraising to make sure that those patients get the medicine that they need to be better. So that's where all of the money goes. It's going to help those families and to eventually make CF stand for Cure Found.
Jennifer, tell us a little bit about, for those who don't know, what exactly is cystic fibrosis and how many people does it impact?
Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease that affects our patients' lungs as well as other organs in the body. And what it does is essentially, it's a large amount of mucus that will build up in our patients' lungs that causes them great difficulty while breathing. Many of them have said that it's kind of like breathing through a straw. Mm-hmm. So it is a struggle. They go through many treatments during the day. They have to wear a vest that vibrates and shakes them extremely. They take breathing treatments. They have to take enzymes before all of their meals. They have issues with malabsorption. They can't exactly absorb all the nutrients that they need, so they need these enzymes to help stay healthy and to help gain weight and to, have the best quality of life that they possibly can. So with all of this, our patients, do struggle, and these drugs that we're helping to raise funds for to help create a better quality of life for them on a day-to-day basis.
And talk a little bit about some of the services that your foundation provides for the patients.
So there's many different opportunities and ways that our patients can utilize the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. One of them is Compass. Compass is a help desk, so to speak, where we have professionals there to answer questions. It can be anything from questions about their insurance, questions about their medications. If they need help with legal, they can call them and talk to them about those types of things. We do not technically offer support groups because of the whole infection control policies that we do have for our patients. However, we do have other opportunities for their caregivers, such as a CFF Cares program that we do run, where we work with the local care center here at Nationwide Children's Hospital. We reach out to these families who may want to get together with other caregivers to kind of talk about the struggles they may have, the successes and the triumphs they've had, possibly talk about Trikafta and what it was like, being, in one of those studies and now being a successful, patient. And it's a way for them to connect and kind of build their own external support group, so to speak, with one another, with the caregivers.
Amy, one thing about living in Central Ohio is we're kind of blessed when it comes to great healthcare systems and great hospitals. Talk a little bit about how your organization works hand in glove with the medical community.
Absolutely. Nationwide Children's Hospital is absolutely crucial for our families. One of the interesting statistics about CF and Ohio is that Ohio has the 5th largest patient population. And when you're trying to figure out why, it's because of the level of care that we offer here. Nationwide Children's Hospital's care center is just second to none, and families come here from all over to get that level of care from them. We have about 420 some patients that we serve here in Columbus, and it's just interesting to know that we're the 5th largest in the country, being in Ohio. But it is because of that level of care. It's pretty special.
And I imagine a lot of these families then give back as volunteers and to help you out with the events and the other things that you do.
Absolutely, they sure do. Our volunteer population with our families is amazing. We could not put on any event, any of the ones we've talked about today or any others, without them. We really couldn't. They are very involved in everything that we do, and we simply could not do what we do without them.
Jennifer, do you have corporate sponsors as well, people who help you out with events and things?
We do. Each event has their own corporate sponsors, as well as we have national sponsors that support the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. So I can't speak for Amy's event, but I'm sure she can let us know some of her corporate sponsors. But we do have some pharmaceutical companies that, support our cause, as well as a lot of corporate local sponsors as well that are very engaged with our organization.
Mm-hmm. And tell us how you interact with the National Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
Everything comes down from national.
Yeah.
Everything.
So it is. It's an amazing organization where they are very instrumental in creating these programs for our communities, as well as all of the efforts that they have with our research. We do have our own research facilities as well in Boston, and it is literally a one-stop shop, to me it feels like, for an organization for our patients' cause. So National is always in communication with us, coming up with new programs, new ideas, how they want those to be implemented within our communities to help give our patients the best opportunity as possible.
Amy, once again, could you give us the website address and the phone number if people just have general questions for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation?
Sure. You can go to www.cff.org, and you can find out just about anything you'd want on there. Event specific, we covered earlier for NOSH and Finest and for Great Strides. But if you're looking for just general info on cystic fibrosis, cff.org is the place to go. That's going to have everything you'd ever want to know about what CF is, what we're doing about it, and what that looks like within our community.
Jennifer Hughes and Amy DeAngelo are here from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, locally here in Columbus. And let's, one more time before the program's over, go over the events that you have coming up here pretty soon. Again, February 22nd. Tell us about that.
That's right. February 22nd is our NOSH Gala. It's going to be down at the Ivory Room at Miranova. Cameron Mitchell Premier Events is putting on all of the food. We're going to have an incredible appetizer tasting that you can enjoy, lively band. a great cocktail hour. It should be a lot of fun. And that is at events.cff.org/NOSH.
And then on March, I believe it's 6th?
5th.
March 5th, you have the Brewers Ball.
Yes, Columbus Brewers Ball is on March 5th at View Columbus downtown. And again, that's a celebration of our Columbus's finest young professional. And we will be announcing those honorees as well as the winner of the finest campaign at the Brewers Ball, where everybody can come and enjoy bite-sized tastings and multiple breweries in the area, as well as restaurants that we've all heard of and love. And feel free to visit our website at www.finest.cff.org/Columbus Brewers Ball.
And then Great Strides on May 3rd.
That's right. Great Strides is on May 3rd. You can check that out, cff.org/Great Strides.
And that's your big walk of the year. With how many people did you have last year?
I would say that there had to be between 2,000 and 3,000 people there.
Yeah, I estimated about 2,300.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. It was just a wonderful, wonderful day.
It was very impressive. It was my first experience with the Great Strides Walk last year, and I was very impressed.
How long is the course?
It's just a little under 3 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like all of the walks like this, the charity walks, you probably have different levels for people as far as like how far they can walk and their own personal health.
Well, actually, it's just one course.
Okay.
So there isn't different levels or lengths. Everyone just kind of goes out on the walk and comes back. Of course, we do have people that follow behind and help if anyone can't finish the walk. But yeah, it's just kind of one course. There's no one's running. It's not a race. It's just a walk for our families.
Well, if it's just a walk, then maybe I'll show up.
You should.
If
Absolutely.
it's a race, there's no way.
Nope, just walking.
Our guests on the program today have been Jennifer Hughes and Amy DeAngelo from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. It's always great to see you both. Thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for listening to Columbus Concerns, a public affairs presentation of North American Broadcasting. You can send questions or comments about today's show to Columbus Concerns in care of this station, 1458 Dublin Road, Columbus 43215. Or email us at columbusconcerns@napcomedia.com.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. I'm here to warn you about telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Some of these scammers may say threatening things like you will be arrested if you don't make payments or provide personal information. Do not fall for these tricks. These calls are not from us. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you for information or money. If you receive a call like this, hang up. Never give the caller your personal information, like your Social Security number or bank account, or send money in any form, cash, gift cards, wire transfers, or prepaid debit cards. Report the call to our law enforcement arm, the Office of the Inspector General, at oig.ssa.gov. Share this information with your friends and family.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.